songs like Neon Moon and Boot Scoot. And
Oh, yeah.
next album, Hard Working Man, and Used to Be Mine. Ronnie just had written all these great songs by himself, which, now I can't even tell you.
Could this be the loudest heartbreak country music has ever heard? A single night in Indianapolis has fans holding their breath for a goodbye nobody wants to accept. The date is April 3rd, 2025, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse is packed tight with cowboy boots and neon dreams. Cheers bounce off every wall. The smell of popcorn mixes with cologne, and memories of old road trips swirl like glitter in the lights. Guitars twang, spotlights whirl, and the crowd rides each chorus the way riders cling to a rodeo bull. Yet by song, for a strange hush slips over the floor, almost like the air itself knows something is wrong. Then the encore hits, the part that you feel like pure victory. Boot scootin' boogie drops, line dancers stomp in perfect rows, and phones rise like a field of stars. Mid-verse, Ronnie Dunn steps back, smiles tight, and tells the arena, "Say it if you know it." First it feels playful, the usual trick where a star lets fans take the mic. But Ronnie taps his chest, nods at partner Kix Brooks, lowers his eyes, and lifts one small wave that says more than any farewell speech ever could. He walks off without a single crash of cymbals, leaving the biggest crowd pleaser hanging in midair. Within minutes, TikTok floods with clips of that silent exit. Comments scream, "What happened?" While teary emojis scroll faster than the beat of a snare drum. Sharp-eyed fans point out clues hiding all night. During Rock My World, Little Country Girl, Ronnie actually sits on the stage risers, something totally out of character for the man who once owned every square foot of stadium. Social feeds echo words like winded and cracked notes as listeners replay shaky high pitches they never thought they would hear from that iron-strong voice. One post reads, "He was hurting. You could see it. He looked like he was having trouble breathing." Reading that line stings like ice water down the spine. Kix Brooks, pure grit wrapped in denim, refuses to let the show collapse. He charges ahead, strums harder, sings brighter, and coaxes the crowd back into rhythm as though 30 years of brotherhood had prepared him for this exact storm. Backstage gossip explodes louder than a fireworks grand finale. Is Ronnie sick? Is this the last ride for Brooks and Dunn? Every radio host and message board runs wild with guesses. USA Today finally prints a short note from management stating Ronnie wasn't feeling well from being sick, and that Saturday's concert carried on. The line calms some nerves, yet fails to erase the image of a legend walking away mid-song. Fatigue like that does not come from a mild bug, and deep down fans know it. Brooks and Dunn songs soundtrack weddings, breakups, and lazy Sunday drives. So seeing Ronnie bow feels like watching a beloved uncle admit he cannot dance tonight. Empathy rolls in thick waves. Now the key question shifts from when is the next date to should there be a next date? Loyal hearts would rather see their hero rest than push past the point of no return. Maybe the Indianapolis shock marks the start of a graceful farewell where legacy stays bright and unspoiled. Or maybe it is a warning shot that even steel-strong icons must heed when the body whispers enough. No matter the final outcome, that single moment of raw humanity will echo longer than any fireworks show. Sometimes true courage is stepping aside while the music keeps soaring on the wings of friendship and crowd love. Behind those stage lights, another battle rages. For months, Ronnie has wrestled a series of health blows that would flatten many half his age. In early March 2025, he caught a brutal 1-2 punch of COVID and strep throat at the same time. Doctors ordered near silence for almost 2 weeks, feeding him antibiotics and steroids while his lungs fought to pull full breaths. Even late in March, he admitted, "I'm still fighting some respiratory issues from COVID." The frustration in that confession felt sharp enough to cut glass because singing is not just his job, it is his heartbeat. Roll back a little further to December 2024, when a ski run in Colorado ended with a shredded ACL. Knee replacement surgery followed, and the rehab lasted 8 slow weeks of painful drills before he could even tackle stairs. Yet the man is stubborn in classic cowboy style. He refuses to cancel tour dates, choosing to limp on stage, brace on risers, and pour every drop of grit into each chorus. Stack those injuries and infections together, and you can hear their weight in every note. Vocal coaches whisper that his breathing pattern has changed, and the soaring highs now carry a thin thread of strain where thunder used to rumble. Set lists quietly shift, keys drop a notch, and sound engineers sweeten the mix so he does not have to push as hard. Long-time listeners catch the difference during Neon Moon or My Maria and feel a bittersweet twist because that golden tone has lived inside their radios for decades. Watching him fight through each syllable is both inspiring and heartbreaking. COVID, strep knee surgery, non-stop travel. Those hurdles could flatten even the toughest road warrior. So the question hanging in every arena now is simple yet heavy. How much longer can Ronnie push before the cost outweighs the applause? Fans lean forward with hope in their eyes, yet respect in their hearts, ready to cheer whether he chooses one more chorus or a hard-earned rest. For now the stage lights will rise again, and every breath he takes will feel like history unfolding in real time. Somewhere behind the curtain, Ronnie Dunn holds his hat, listens to the roar, and decides whether to charge back out or let the legacy stand tall on its own. Something feels off in the kingdom of country music, and every heartbeat knows it. Whispers streak through fan pages while fresh videos collect views every second, all hung on one icy question. Could Ronnie Dunn be facing an illness that might silence Brooks and Dunn forever? Music insiders are already trading theories in backstage hallways. They point to one health setback after another and wonder if Ronnie plans to ease the throttle or even park the tour bus for the last time. Nobody can sprint on empty forever. Yet the most stirring part is how softly Ronnie handles a strain. No pity parties, no tear-soaked interviews. Just a quiet vow to show up whenever possible and pour out the songs that shaped a million lives. Even when his lungs beg for rest, his heart beats in time with every cheering fan. News of his diagnosis struck like a meteor and left listeners stunned. Could this be the hidden reason the duo might leave the stage for good? And what fans are doing right now has the whole industry buzzing. Keep your seat because the emotion only gets deeper. Within hours of Ronnie's gentle wave in Indianapolis, the entire country scene froze mid-chorus. One moment he led the band. Then he tapped his chest, signaled trouble, and vanished backstage. That hush race online where replay loops multiplied by the minute. No wonder social feeds flooded with worry. Ronnie's songs fuel weddings, breakups, road trips, and Saturday nights. Instead of wild rumor storms, a tidal wave of affection swept through every timeline. Brooks and Dunn's Instagram morphed into a digital prayer circle. Messages like sending love and healing thoughts your way, and we hope Ronnie gets well soon appeared faster than you could blink. Every line felt heartfelt. Longer posts tugged even harder. Someone wrote, "Praying for you, Ronnie. Hope you get better soon," while another shared "Feel better, Ronnie," with emoji fireworks. Readers knew this moment was larger than a missed encore. It was care for a man whose voice feels like family. Fans who attended the show quickly added their memories. Many praised the set, yet sensed Ronnie was hurting. One message captured both joy and fear. "You guys were awesome last night in Indy. My first time seeing y'all, and definitely was a dream well met. It looked like you were sick near the end, though, and I hope you get better soon." That mix of excitement and concern summed up the night perfectly. Respect for the duo's professionalism echoed everywhere as dozens repeated the same thought. While struggling, Ronnie still gave everything and kicks never missed a beat. That bond left people in awe. Instagram buzzed, yet TikTok went supernova. Radio host Matt Malone posted a clip that soared past 86,000 likes. In the video, Ronnie invites the crowd to sing it if you know it, then motions, "I'm done. You got to take over from here." Viewers felt a gut punch realizing their hero was battling real distress the whole time. Small details cut deeper. Ronnie tapping his chest, giving a gentle wave, then exiting without fanfare. Another clip showed him earlier, sitting at the stage edge, clearly uncomfortable. TikTok morphed into a giant support group as tags like hashtag pray for Ronnie, hashtag Brooks and Dunn forever, and hashtag Ronnie Strong trended, while fans swapped theories, cheers, and updates. Not every post was bleak. In the middle of heavy concern, one attendee sparked hope. He played Peoria, Illinois, the following night and absolutely dominated. "He's fine." That single line calmed thousands because one bright report can shift the whole mood. Even so, rumors kept swirling. People asked, did Brooks and Dunn die? And is this the end of Brooks and Dunn? Or is Ronnie saying goodbye? Those questions sounded dramatic, yet sprang from genuine care. Supporters worry about the man, not just the entertainer. Industry bloggers gathered every scrap they could find, knowing retirement from a giant like Brooks, and Dunn would rock the touring world for years. Agents whispered about insurance clauses, while venue managers quietly reviewed refund plans. Music historians joined the chatter too. They noted how legends such as Johnny Cash and Glenn Campbell faced final acts with courage, turning last shows into myths. The burning question now: will Ronnie choose that same brave curtain call, or write a fresh chapter no one sees coming? Meanwhile, radio stations spun extra Brooks and Dunn classics in heavy rotation. DJs spoke softly between tracks, urging listeners to send good thoughts. Phone lines lit up as grandparents, parents, and teenagers shared stories of weddings, graduations, and long sunset drives scored by Ronnie's voice. The wave of gratitude felt electric. Fans snapped photos of ticket stubs and vintage tees, posting them with loving captions. Many wrote that, whatever happens next, the memories are forever. Backstage murmurs hinted that doctors recommended shorter sets and longer breaks. Nothing official was announced, yet the possibility hung over rehearsals like storm clouds. Still, the band kept smiling, knowing even a scaled-down show can feel gigantic under the right lights. Kix Brooks stayed steady as ever. He told a local reporter that Ronnie is the toughest man he knows, and that their partnership will survive any test. That brief quote became another beam of hope shared at lightning speed. Through every rumor, one truth stands tall: the loyalty between artist and audience will not break. Whether Ronnie rests for a month or steps away tomorrow, the songs already live in countless hearts. Music this cherished never truly says goodbye. The love pouring in for Ronnie Dunn could power every neon sign on Music Row. When fans drop everything to type a blessing or share a memory, you feel exactly how much the man means to them. Maybe that Indianapolis night was nothing more than bad timing, a burst of exhaustion, or the leftovers of one stubborn virus. Whatever the cause, the avalanche of support proved a single truth: whenever Ronnie needs them, listeners are already lined up with open hearts. And that loyalty is flat out beautiful. Now the headlines scream doom yet again. Stories with titles like "Brooks and Dunn are saying goodbye after Ronnie's awfully tragic diagnosis" tumble across timelines and yank stomachs straight to the floor. After decades of soundtracking weddings, road trips, and Friday night barbecues, any hint of an ending feels unthinkable. Take a breath, because the Real story is far less dire and, in its own way, downright inspiring. Ronnie left the indie stage clearly off his game, energy down, notes wobbling, then a sudden exit that lit every rumor fuse in sight. When a performer that reliable steps away mid-show, panic spreads faster than wildfire. Relief arrived quickly. A calm statement from the duo's publicist sliced through the noise and explained that Ronnie's struggle was respiratory. Serious enough for rest, yet nowhere near life-threatening. The moment those words landed, fans everywhere exhaled in unison. Doctors ordered downtime, Ronnie obeyed, and progress came fast. He is still healing, yes, but this is no tragic curtain drop. It is a reminder that even legends are human after 40 relentless years on the road. Honestly, the fact they are still rolling it all feels miraculous. Here's the best news of all. The Reboot 2 tour rolls forward without a single cancellation. From spring festivals to autumn arenas, dates stretch clear through November 2025. Instead of quitting, the pair tweaked a few details: shorter set lists, extra backup singers, smarter pacing, to protect Ronnie's stamina while keeping the music roaring. Those small adjustments speak volumes about their bond. Each change proves they value one another's well-being just as much as ticket sales. That kind of devotion is rare and worth celebrating. Even better, they refuse to hide the struggle behind smoke and mirrors. They addressed it, cared for each other, reassured supporters, and marched on. That mix of honesty and grit is exactly why Brooks and Dunn have lasted so long. Hits fill the charts, yet character fills the legacy. So anyone gripping a stress ball over talk of retirement can finally unclench. Ronnie is on the mend. The buses are fueled, and those boots still aim straight for center stage under a blazing spotlight. It is not goodbye. It is a strategic pause that will make the next chorus land even harder. But hold on, the rumor mill never sleeps. 1 minute fans enjoy the show. The next they read chatter about diagnoses, tears, and final bows. Before surrendering to dread, stick around. Because the real future for these cowboys might stun you in the best possible way. After all these years, you might expect them to swap tour buses for a quiet Montana porch. Guitars propped beside rocking chairs. Surprise! Industry insiders insist the exact opposite. Brooks and Dunn just re-upped their recording contract and are charging headfirst into fresh studio sessions. Ronnie's health questions are real, yet his determination is louder than any wheeze. One confidant put it plainly, Ronnie just needs to pace himself. That is wisdom, not defeat. Nightly concerts would drain anyone in their 70s, but he keeps stepping up, powered by sheer love for the craft and the crowd. Farewell tour gossip? Completely baseless. Fans saw him slow down, mixed it with the Indianapolis scare, and launched theories that flew farther than a tossed Stetson. The truth is simpler. Both partners are adjusting their speed, not slamming the brakes. Think of it as turning a wild sprint into a sustainable jog. Fewer marathon sets, more breathing room, and shows that still sparkle from the first chord to the last encore. That strategy keeps spirits high, bodies healthy, and audiences thrilled. Ronnie's refusal to disappoint fans is a heartbeat behind every choice. He could easily step away for months and return to roaring applause, yet he chooses to push forward. Carefully, wisely, passionately. That is more than professionalism. It is love stamped into every lyric. So what comes next? More music, more memories, and maybe a slightly gentler tempo. That approach is not weakness. It is wisdom wrapped in cowboy boots. Who declared legends must vanish with one explosive finale? Sometimes greatness means simply showing up again and again, album after album, tour after tour, because the songs still matter and the faithful still cheer. And there you have it. Brooks and Dunn are not riding into the sunset. They are changing horses to make sure the journey lasts. Keep your tickets. Keep your playlist ready, and keep your voice warmed up because the next sing-along is already on the horizon.